Hi you guys, this is Jenny Abrams with Abrams Home Solutions, and as promised today I am back to give you some tips on how to purge or eliminate items from your home. So just to get you back up to speed, last week we talked a little bit about setting goals and sorting items in your home. And when you are organizing spaces in your home, you want to think about the acronym SPACE, and that stands for sort, purge, assign a home, containerize, and equalize or maintain the space. So today I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to eliminate or purge items from your home when you're organizing. And this can sometimes be a little bit difficult for people because it's hard to make a decision on what to keep and what to toss. And that's why it's helpful to work with a professional organizer who can kind of walk you and coach you through that process. But today I'll give you a couple of tips to get you started and get you on your way. Now, when you are eliminating items from your space, you want to think about them in one of four categories. If you love and use the item, that's pretty easy. You're going to probably want to hold on to that item. If you don't love and you don't use the item, then it's pretty easy to purge or eliminate those items from the space. The next two categories are a little bit harder. Those are the items that you love, but maybe you don't use that often. And there's the other items that you don't really love, but you do use them. And so how do you decide if those are items you should keep or toss? Well, when you get to those two categories, a helpful hint is to think about a scale of 1 through 10 and think about the items in terms of their replacement cost to you, and that could be in terms of time, energy, and money, as well as the realistic chance of needing that item again. So if you would rank the item on a scale of 1 to 10 as an 8, 9, or 10, so pretty high in terms of needing the item and the replacement cost or value to you, then those are the items you're going to want to hang on to. So here's an example. If you have a family heirloom, and this is like a vase or something that somebody made for you, and you really feel that this is virtually impossible to replace, you're going to rank it high and you're probably going to want to hang on to it. Whereas if you're organizing and you come across a collection of mugs, well, what's the chance that you're really going to need all of those mugs again? And what's the replacement cost to you? And if those are a little bit lower on the scale, then they might be a little bit easier to purge and eliminate from your space and from your home. Remember, you want to keep the items that you feel are ones that you for sure are going to use again and ones that rank really high in terms of their replacement value. Now, your space cannot hold everything, and even if it did, the cost of time and energy to maintain that space makes it really difficult to hang on to all of your items. So you want to think about what you can purge from the space, because your space is a living entity and you should love and find joy in the items that are in your space. Now, after you've eliminated items from your space or from your home, you might have what's called recently seen regret. And a well-known organizer termed this phrase because sometimes when people eliminate things from their home, they remember them afterwards and kind of feel bad or feel like they shouldn't have gotten rid of that item. But if you can anticipate this ahead of time, it really helps when you're getting rid of those items from your home. Think about the fact that if you hadn't been organizing, you may not have remembered that that item was there in the first place. And even if you did remember that you had that item, would you have been able to find it, or would something else have been able to take its place? This happened recently when I was organizing a client's basement, and we came across a large box of items for her kitchen. Well, the first item was a simple apple peeler and an apple corer. Well, she came across those and thought these would have maybe been helpful, but does she really need to hang on to them? What's the likelihood that she'll use them again? What's their replacement value? Same thing goes when she came across an old bread maker. Well, that might be easy to replace, and in terms of cost and time and energy, and she may feel like she may use it again, if she had eliminated it, what's the likelihood that she would have wanted that a few weeks or months down the road? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself when you're deciding what items you should eliminate from your space. And if it's hard for you to do, it's easy to call up a professional organizer and, as I said, have somebody walk you through and coach you through that process. Now, that gives you a couple of tips on how to eliminate and purge items from your home. Next month is Get Organized month because it's January, and oftentimes people set getting organized as one of their New Year's resolutions. So I will be back in January to give you some tips on how to motivate yourself for your organizing goals, as well as eliminate procrastination so you can get going on those goals right when 2018 kicks off. The other thing I'm going to do is turn the camera around and interview a longtime client of mine so that you can get firsthand experience on what it's like to work with a professional organizer, why she decided to make the leap and contact me, and what she's gained from that experience. I hope that you have a very warm, happy, and organized new year. I'll see you back in 2018. If you found this video because somebody shared it, please go back and like my Facebook page and find me on other social media as well as my blog so that you can continue to get helpful tips with organizing your space in 2018. Thanks so much and have a great day.